What's good? Welcome to Chris's Corner. This is my corner in my room. I pay rent here, so this is Chris's Corner. And in Chris's Corner, Chris, get to say whatever the fuck I want. And I get to talk about whatever the fuck I want. Because this is Chris's Corner. And this is mine. So I'm going to do exactly what I want. And hopefully I piss off a lot of people by doing this. Have a lot of people be like, oh my god, did he just express a view? Does he have a stance on something? Oh my god. Can you believe him not wanting to be a hypocrite? Oh my god. Did he just tell the truth? Oh no. We only lie around here. That's most of society. Most of society is like that. Most of society is not Chris's Corner. But that's the nice thing is this is my kind of space, and so I'm gonna spit some real shit at you guys for essentially as long as I really feel like it, which is pretty fucking rad. But let's start off on the first topic at hand at what I've already dug into. And I think this is the biggest basis of Chris's Corner. Because Chris's Corner is a corner of truth. That's all we do. We don't lie here. Because there's no fucking reason to ever fucking lie. Honestly, if you lie, you just kind of dig yourself into a deeper pit. Especially if you get caught in that lie, you're fucked. But you tell the truth, or you just don't say shit. The Fifth Amendment, that's a thing here. If you don't want to spit the truth, then just don't say shit. It's very simple like that. But honestly, I find the truth is even easier, than not saying shit and being like, I plead the fifth, kind of shit. So, number one is there are real people and there are fake people. And if you take a guess which has the majority, it's not the real. In fact, I have found it incredibly difficult in my time to find real people. People that are real through and through. Because there's different levels of fakeness. There is the totally fake fuck boy, fuck girl, whatever you want to call them, who just literally, they're trying to put out this image of themselves that is just perfect. They're perfect and they're normal, in every single way, and nothing is wrong with them. They have everything figured out. They know everything. They played the perfect game. That's a fake person. Because if you don't already understand through life has a bunch of ups and downs and sideways and diagonals. And there's no way you can play a perfect game at every second. I promise that. In fact, most of the time, people aren't even born into a financial situation, a family situation, or any type of situation to even give them the edge to play a pretty good game. That's the thing, is there's a lot of caveats and pitfalls to this life. And to be very real, you gotta fall down to learn how to get up. And when you get up, you just get stronger from that. The people that never fall down, man, they're going to be losers for life. I had a homie tell me that people who never lose will never win. But the people who lose, they will win. And that's just kind of the truth about it. Because, real people, true people, they understand life is a growing process. They're going to fuck up. And the great part about real people and true people is they're going to admit when they are wrong. Like me, I'm the first person to admit when I'm fucking wrong. If I fuck up, I'm like, yep, that's me. That's me, I fucked up. Or if I'm in a conversation and, somebody asks me something, and I have no idea, I'm not going to be like a fake person and be like, oh, yeah, and just kind of mumble off some incoherent information. I'm going to be like, I have no fucking idea. I have no fucking idea at all, However, I can find out. I can go and research, I can ask people, I can find out. Because now this type of information has become valuable, and therefore I'm not going to just bullshit it just so I can get through a gate or a pass in some metaphorical kind of way. I'm going to actually put in the work. It's pretty fucking simple. And let me hit you with this too, is like, fuckboys will always be fake. Because their intentions are fake. That's the issue. Is because, like, that's what I hate about a lot of people, is, they try to preach all this good shit and yada yada. But, like, they have intentions below that. And that's the issue. Is because, like, if you're telling a girl, like, oh, babe, I love you. Oh, my God, you're so wonderful. But you're just in it to bust a nut. You're a fake fuck. You know what? And you're going to hurt that other person. Fake people hurt people on purpose. Because when you are fake, it's going to come into conflict at some time. At some time, there's going to be, a conflict over not bearing the truth to other people. So you are purposely hurting other people when you are hiding your true intentions. And if you're hiding it, you're fake. Sorry, dog. But, like, here's the thing, is if you are straight up truthful, and, like, this is how I run my love life personally, is if I want to only have sex with a girl and not be into a relationship, dating, boyfriend, girlfriend, this or that, or even talking or anything romantic, I'm going to tell them. I'm going to tell them very much, like, at the first thing. I'm not going to tell them after the fact. I'm going to tell them straight up at first. I'm like, hey, this is where I am at. If you want to proceed, this is what I'm looking for. If we proceed, then you agree with my terms and conditions. And you very much can express your own terms and conditions and what you want. And that's a great thing. Open, honest communication between people. Yeah, it can be scary. Scary for fucking fake people. Or if you're having open, honest communication with a fake person, it's going to scare them, and so they're going to act probably pretty fucking irrational, and just, like, get aggressive or offensive or defensive out of nowhere and just try to throw it back on you, because fake people always try to play the perfect fucking game. That's the issue. There is no such thing as playing a perfect fucking game and never fucking up whatsoever and knowing everything. That's bullshit. But if you have two people who are being true and real with each other, that's a great fucking thing. That's a lot of empowerment right there. I mean, or if they just disagree and they don't need each other, then it's respect in both ways, and they go their separate ways. It's all good. It's all good, man. And that's the issue, is, like, a lot of people, they don't want to be real because they feel that their own truth is not good enough. It makes them vulnerable. And that's the issue, is because really anything great in this world has come from a spot of vulnerability. You cannot be strong without being soft. Shout out Marina. Shout out Morgan Kirby for showing me her. But for real, that's the thing, is the person that is stubborn, hard-headed, oh, I just do this, and unthinking, unconscious, that person, they are trying to put up every single type of wall, every single type of facade, because their true selves are very weak, very vulnerable. So therefore, they have to put up the facade of overly confident, of rich, of having a attractive, hot partner, having all the cars, all the guns, big muscles too, and having the freshest haircut, shit like that. That's all just more or less a big facade, a big lie. And you can test that out too. I mean, find those people who are, act like their shit is just fucking wonderful and start hitting them with truth, man. And, you gotta tailor fit the truth just to kind of get them. But, like, you hit them with the truth, you're going to see them react in a very insecure way. Because that's what it is. It's an insecurity. They don't feel safe. So therefore, they have to build, walls and moats around themselves to make themselves somewhat feel, secure. But that's the issue, is like security comes from within. Security is not being able to block out the exterior. Security comes from within. Because it doesn't matter how many walls you have, how many moats you have, how many barbed wire fences you have, and you're locked in your panic room too. If you are insecure, Merry Christmas. Your insecurity follows you through all of those barriers. And that's also like another thing is like, if you take that insecure person who's locked themselves in a panic room, they're going to have trouble being by themselves in isolation and with boredom. That's the issue, is because the insecurity, the fakeness is within themselves. And so when you are in isolation by yourself, oh, doggy, that shit comes out. Your brain is going to think about the things you don't want to think about. Now, the strong person, so let me hit you with this. The strong person and the coward are very much the same, but very different in ways. Both people feel fear. I want to make that clear. A weak person and a strong person both feel fear when, they come into the face of adversity. Now, here's the thing, is whether or not they let that fear guide their decision making is whether they're a weak or a strong person. If they let fear guide their decision making, they're weak. A strong person does not let fear. They look past that emotion and they say, I'm trying to get to a better place, a better level, a higher level, or something. And is it going to be difficult? Yes. Is it going to be scary? Yes. Are there unknowns about this? Yes. But am I going to actively make the decision away from fear and into the storm? And Merry Christmas, you're going to come out a bigger, better person in every type of way, and you're going to generate some good karma. I was talking to my OG, and she's like a fucking spiritual giant. I'm gonna be real. She's told me some shit about manifestation, and like that shit is so fucking true. I'm happy I ran into her, but I was talking to her, and I wanted to know what woke her up. Like how'd you become so like spiritual and like woke and shit like this? Like I'm just curious. Because I know from my own personal life events, I woke up like literally the day after I was thinking about actively killing myself with a kitchen knife on my wrist, and the days after that, I really started being like, whoa man, if I don't do anything, and if I don't open my eyes to these issues around me and let them just keep on prevailing, then I'm going to kill myself. And it was a very real thing. I had contemplated death for quite some time, and now I was actually at the gate, and I'm just like, the kitchen knife is just there, the roommate's not home, I could just do it and it just all be gone. It'd all be done with and it'd be better. It'd be better because sitting still just hurt me at that time. So I asked my OG, I'm like, what about you? And she's just like, suicidal since she said something crazy like 8 or something like that. And she gave me a quick little summary of her life growing up, you know, just like hella popping pills, hella drugs. And she was like, the moment I woke up is when I think she said she popped 10 perks and she didn't even feel anything. And she thought that was fucking terrifying. Which, Merry Christmas, that's fucking terrifying, you know? And so that's like another thing you gotta understand is like drug abuse, alcohol is included. Alcohol is so fucking included. Drug abuse is very much a fake fucking thing. It says, I can't cope with this experience, or I can't understand it, I can't process it, I can't heal it. But when I'm saying I can't, I'm more or less saying I don't want to process, I don't want to heal. I'm functioning off of fear. These things scare me. So therefore, I'm not going to do them. I'm going to avoid them. I'm going to distract myself, whether I'm popping Xans or whether I'm just getting blackout drunk with my drinking friends. They're not really your friends. And therefore, they're being fake about their own situation. To where a real and true person who, let's say they did get into that situation like she did, she had a moment to where she said, holy shit, I need to be real with myself. I gotta do something about this. I can't just bullshit myself. I can't lie to myself about like my current situation or anything like that. I gotta keep it 100 because that's the only way I'm getting out of this shit. And it might be difficult. It might be fucking tough as shit. And it might rip you apart like a good many a times. But you gotta do it. You gotta do it. If you want to get to the other side, you gotta do it. And that's what real ones do. And so I found out with, you know, all my real OGs, they've had immense struggles and immense crises in their lives, whether it's, you know, jail time for 2 years waiting for a court date, or whether it is drug abuse, or in my case, it was just like, man, crazy Roman Catholic family mixed with a bad diet, mixed with an awful school with awful people that I did not vibe with, you know, lots of things. And then, you know, I had my own issues up in my own head. And I was avoiding them for the longest time. But, you know, when you hit that point of like, well, I'm going to kill myself if I don't do anything, you get real quick. And that's the best part. Me and my OGs, we all learned that when we were real, it wasn't easy, but we succeeded. We succeeded every single time we were real. Now, does that mean that it was like a perfect stair step up? Nah, man, I'm telling you, you climb a few stairs and you're like, fuck yeah, but then you fall down 3 of them and you hurt your back a little bit, but then you get back up and you finish the flight of stairs kind of thing. Is like when you are a real motherfucker, you get shit done, and when you get shit done and you're putting in the work, you are manifesting good fucking karma for yourself. So whatever's going on up in your head, dreams, visions, you know, like lovely little thoughts, they start to manifest themselves. When you're a real one and you're doing real things, because put it this way, I'm a real one, and so I'm not going to bullshit myself. I'll never become the artist of my dreams if I don't put in the fucking work. That's a fact. If I don't sit down for hours a day when I can to just draw my fucking face off, then how am I to suspect that I'll be the artist of my dreams? What, like Jesus Christ is gonna come down and just like wank a miracle on me? No, bullshit. That's what fake people do. They're too afraid to even take the risk in the first place because they are fake to themselves. They don't understand. Every single person is a strong person. It's just a decision-making kind of concept that really separates them out. And if you're afraid to, make risks on good decisions, then you're fake. I'm sorry. And you're not going to get anything in life that you want. You know, a lot of people, they fucking, you know, go to college. Well, sorry. Let me be more specific. A lot of rich, middle class to upper class white kids go to college, graduate from college, because keep in mind, college is literally, can you afford it and can you participate? It's a participation grade with a price tag. That's all it does. College is just so that the upper class can stay upper class and the lower class can stay lower class. It means nothing about intelligence. It really fucking doesn't. I've seen dumb motherfuckers, you know, go through all their shit, drink themselves into an alcoholic coma kind of shit like that, and they still got their degree, went out of college, got a corporate job, and they're making $80K right now. $80,000 fucking dollars. So, like, a person like that is going to be fake. Let's be very honest. And a person like that, I've heard this many fucking times, is that they're going to straight up just say, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna chase my dreams. I'm just gonna make a little bit of money so, you know, I can, like, start my business later. That never fucking happens. Or it hardly fucking happens. What happens is they get that $80K job, they then spend and buy a lot of money, you know, take out some loans, buy that car payments, you know, nice phone, this, that service, this service, those services. And so essentially, to chase your dream, it's a pretty good idea to have no responsibilities whatsoever, and to be ready to eat shit hard, you know, when things do fail, because things will fail at some point. You know, I've been illegally evicted before and been homeless. Like, it's not fun, but it happens, kind of thing. But you can't chase your dreams if you have all these responsibilities. You got a wife to take care of, you got 2 new kids to take care of. You can't just quit your job and then start working towards your dream, and then no money's coming in, and your kids are fucking starving, and your wife divorces you, and now you got alimony payments that you can't pay for, so you have to keep the same fucking job. And literally, at the age of 22, you killed your own dreams by acting on fear. You said, oh, I better play it safe and get a job immediately out of college that pays a lot. Opposed to being like, you know what, dog? I'm fucking young. I'm gonna fucking send this bitch. And, you know, what happens, happens. If I get knocked out of the race for my own dreams, then realistically, I'll probably get up and try again. You know, or if you're less confident than me, you're probably just gonna be like, well, then I can fall back on my degree and I'll make some money and it'll be safe. So, like, you know, fakeness is manifested in a lot of different ways. One way I like to say it is priorities. You gotta look at priorities. Real ones are smart with their priorities. That's where you see intelligence as priorities. And, you know, like, my priorities in life is to more or less be the best version of myself that I can be, while helping anyone, if not everyone, while I'm doing it. Because why the fuck not? You know, like, why not make myself better, and then why not make the rest of the world better, right? Pretty fucking simple shit, honestly. But, you know, that's like my main priority, and that priority is expressed in different ways. Therefore, because of that one priority, I have a sub-priority of making sure I do art consistently, making sure that I eat very healthily, making sure that I ski a lot, you know, and so that kind of shows the intelligence right there, and the realness, too. I didn't mention any fake shit. I mentioned all shit about me, to where fake people, their priorities are going to be external. Their happiness is going to be external, because priorities are to facilitate your happiness. Like I said, You know, like, my happiness is me being the best version of myself that I can. Their happiness would be like, I want a super hot wife, I want a big house and a big car, and all my friends think I'm cool. Those are all completely external to yourself. So those are all fucking fake priorities. So I would say this person is a unintelligent person, because none of these serve them in their happiness. Because happiness is the goal. Believe me, he thinks he's going to get happiness out of a hot wife. He thinks he's going to get happiness out of a large house. Same with that BMW. And then same with all of his friends that like him. You can have all your friends like you, and you can still hate yourself. I've been there. It's pretty fucking easy. And you know what? I think there's many, many examples of rich, successful people that have the perfect life and everything, but yet, you know, they're addicted to some type of drug because they can't even handle, 50 minutes alone. They have to distract themselves, preoccupy themselves, or keep people around, even if that person is just sitting in the corner on their phone, not even talking to you. Here's another thing. Now, as I said, there's different levels of fakeness. You can be like 5% fake, 95% true kind of thing. Self-destructive behaviors, dog. Man, I am fucking telling you, that shit drives me fucking insane, because in America, self-destructive behaviors, like smoking 10 joules at a time or 10 cigarettes at a time, while fucking drinking beer from a shoe, and then like shooting yourself in the foot with a gun and putting it on YouTube, like self-destructive behaviors are praised here. People love them because they're laughing at you. It's almost a way to like distract themselves from, the comedic value of their own failures. And they'd be like, that person sucks even more than me. And so that's kind of almost why I think this self-destructive values and behaviors and drinking cultures and, why they exist is more or less is some people, the fake people, don't want to feel like they're the only losers, the only idiots. Because keep in mind, they implicitly know the truth deep down inside, but explicitly they're not going to acknowledge it. Not even to themselves, kind of thing. So they're going to do everything that they can to not put attention on themselves. And that really helps when other people are doing self-destructive behaviors, because you can point and laugh at that person. And when you point and laugh, everybody's heads goes that way, not this way. And so you gotta watch out, because, fake people, number one is like, you gotta watch out who you associate with, because you are who you associate with. Your level of realness and fakeness is very much who you associate with. If you associate with friends that can't even real talk you, or get upset when you try to real talk them, or won't even listen when you need to express some type of trauma that happened to you so that you can heal, like, as like a healthy person, I've been there, and like I've cut out lots of friends. And I'll be very real with you, a kind of a denoting factor of real people, they're isolated a lot of times because we can't handle everyone else. Because I tell people, 99% of people are fake. Only like maybe 1% or less than 1% is true. Like everything they do is true. Everything they say out of their mouth is true. Society has somehow bastardized truth to mean like vulnerable or likely to fail. No, man. Calling the truth out is just like, I don't know. It's like, how can I even fail when I'm being true? because then I'll just like admit that I'm wrong, and then if that's true, then I can work from that and I can just better myself continually. Like, I don't care if people make fun of me for my mistakes. I don't care. I was learning. And also, that's the past, and the past is fucking dead. The present is forever now and forever changing. And the future doesn't even exist. Let's be real. This is just consecutive presents, one after another kind of thing in moments. So, I always admit, when I fucked up, when I'm wrong, if I actually see it. A lot of people are going to tell you that you are wrong, you did fuck up, but they're coming from a fake place, or their priority or perspective is fake, and they're leaving out aspects of the situation and focusing on maybe one small flaw. They're like, oh my god, you did this, or blah, 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 blah. And you're like, well, but I also did this, which got me there, and I'm really happy. It was almost like a miracle. Now I'm here. But they're like, oh, but you did this, you did that one thing. That's fake people. Fake people will always try to tear down true people. Unless true people are the, majority, which maybe one day that'll happen when consciousness gets a little fucking higher than it is right now, because we got a lot of dumb motherfuckers out here. I mean, they are unconscious. They have no idea why they do the shit that they do. They just do it because they're afraid to ask, well, what else should I do? Or, is this right? Kind of thing. It's so fucking simple. But, Merry Christmas, motherfuckers are fake. So, please, be a real one. Be a real one mostly for yourself. And if you can't be a real one for yourself, then be a real one for the people that you love and care for. Show them true honesty and open communication whenever you fucking can. If you can't be totally true and real with your coworkers, your boss, or even your friend group, then at least be real with, like, your girlfriend that you love, or your parents that you love. But also, another thing, a lot of parents are not real whatsoever. The older generations very much are fake. Very much. It's very hard to have good open communication and honesty with them. I have trouble having, conversations with honesty with, even my grandma that loves me to death, or with other family members like my aunt. And, I'm trying to tell her that, acid and shrooms very much is a spiritual experience, and it is very healthy. And I think everybody should try it. But, she's just over in her fake fear boat, and she's like, no, I've seen it before at a hospital. Some guy was on shrooms. He was acting crazy. He went crazy, man. And I'm just like, well, yeah, a bad trip can happen. Have you ever taken it? And she's like, well, no, I get all my spirituality from Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah. You can have an opinion on hallucinogenics, but you've never taken them. That's called being fake. Speaking on something you have no credibility on, but saying it like it's truth, that's called fake. Here's another example. When a fake person, they will say something that is true, and a real person will say, I lack understanding here. I don't understand what you're saying. Can you please explain yourself? And you know what? They won't explain themselves. They might say something, they might insult you, or they might be dismissive, change the subject. Real ones fucking explain themselves. They're open source. They are trying to help everybody with wisdom and knowledge, trying to better everyone. Because a real one understands that if you make the world better, you're going to make your own life better. And so in a way, it's almost kind of selfish. But this is what I say. I selfishly help people. I selfishly heal people. I selfishly give a fuck. Because it all reflects back on me. The quality of this earth and this place that we live in and the people around us. If they are shitty, then your experience has a high chance of being shitty. But if I can make them all nice, even if I'm shitty, if everyone around me is awesome, real, true, loving, understanding, and I'm a shitty person, but it's 9-1, I'm going to get some type of healing from them. Good vibrations very much, are like a communicable disease in a way. Or rather, they travel and they share. But guess what? Bad vibrations are the same way. If I'm the only positive person and 9 other people are negative pieces of shit, well, it's going to be pretty hard for me to stay positive. That's why prison ain't a good place, because everyone there is negative. Everyone there is aggressive and throwing hands with each other just for recreation, kind of thing. So, the American prison system's fucked up. Let's be very honest. And all of us white boys probably watching this, we'll never go. We got white privilege, dog. We can talk ourselves out of smuggling drugs, and the cop knows it. I've done that before. Shit. In Nebraska, man, I did kind of have some shit in the car, but, I'm a blonde-haired, good-looking white boy, and I'm just like, oh, gee willikers, mister, I'm just trying to get home. And he's like, are you sure you don't have over $12,000 in cash in your car, or any automatic weapons, or any narcotics? And, obviously I didn't have the first two, because fuck guns, except fuck tyranny. Kind of weird on that. I'm still trying to understand and learn with that situation. I fuck with Killer Mike, though. He has a very good perspective on it. And $12,000 cash, man, I don't got that. Let's be real. I just don't got that. Especially just sitting in my car. But did I have some weed and edibles in there? Yeah, I did. But once again, I'm a privileged white boy from the middle class. College educated private schools. So, I can talk myself out of some shit. I can name drop and this and that, and guess what? Cops are racist piece of shits, and so they give a fuck about those stupid, I guess, resume factors of a white boy, and they're like, okay, he's in white culture, he's good, let him pass, kind of thing. And a lot of institutions too are very fake. Cops are one of them, very much so. The government is very fake, also very true. But I'm going to shut this down and just more or less be real yourself. I mean, it's going to be scary to a certain degree. You'll probably lose a good amount of friends. I'll be very honest with you. I've lost multiple friend groups. Multiple friend groups have actively hated me and bullied me, or just gossiped behind my back, or I've just straight up told them, fuck you guys, I'm out. I'd rather hang out by myself. I'd rather do all this shit by myself. I don't even fucking need you guys. I've done that too. And so now, currently in my life, I only have a few real people in my life that I can be heart to heart with. And the funny thing is, the majority of them are women. Oh yeah. Women, guys are very fake. And women who have misogynistic values, they very much can be fake too. But with that being said, a lot of people can be fake for a lot of reasons. Even people who are peace, love, and everything. I've even found those people to be fake, because when you scratch them in the wrong way, they're not so peace-loving and good vibrations anymore. Their insecurities start to come out. And keep in mind, if you're a real person, you don't have insecurities. Insecurities make you fake, period. Fake. Easy. If you have any insecurity, you are fake. In fact, they're almost synonymous with each other. So true and real people, they are solid within themselves. They have a good foundation of self-love and self-trust. Because that's another thing. Fake people, they don't even trust themselves. They don't trust what they say. They don't trust how they feel. I used to be fake too. So, I understand that. I wouldn't even trust how I would feel. I'd be like, no, that's probably, make excuses. Real people don't make excuses. Fake people make excuses. And I'll be straight up with you. If you are putting your happiness in an external source, you're probably fake. I would say you're most likely fake. Because your happiness can never come from an outside factor. It always has to stem from yourself. Very fucking simple. If you can't love yourself, then you can't love others. Fake people don't love others. I guarantee you that. They function off of fear. They might say they love others and they might act like it, but if they are functioning off of fear, then they truly do not. You are being essentially used as a means to their end. Just a reality of it. You guys, I'll just shut this down. Thank you for fucking watching Chris's Corner. I'm gonna be doing a lot of this shit, a lot more. I'm just gonna spit my shit. Hopefully you guys can gain some type of wisdom off of it. I'm just talking my experience. I don't say anything that I don't know, and if I am speculating or hypothesizing, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to be like, I think this is it, but, it's not 100%, not really sure. I'm going to tell you guys. Kind of thing. And so I really want this to benefit you guys. I know I'm going to get a shit ton of flack from you guys too, because you guys are already blowing me up in New Schooler threads, and I'm going to drop Chris's Corner on New Schoolers, of course. And hit me up, with any questions at all. You can drop them in the comments on New Schoolers or on YouTube, or DM me on Instagram. Just know this, I don't do fucking negativity in my fucking DMs or in the comments or anything like that. If you want to talk to me, then fucking hit me with some positivity, hit me with some curiosity, hit me with some good vibes, or if you bring value to my own life, fuck yeah, I fuck with that. But if you're just a piece of shit who's hating because I'm doing something and you're not, and you're clearly a fucking lame-ass hater who needs to fucking get their own fucking weight up, I'm probably ain't gonna respond to you or answer any of your questions, kind of thing. Just keeping it 100, keeping it real. I don't like to be angry. I don't like to get frustrated, so I'm just going to, not really give into that shit, even though I still do sometimes, and I'm working on that. I got desire still, and I'm trying to be desireless, and I'm trying to be non-reactionary, but, like I said, when you're the only real one in the room, and the 9 other people in the room, or honestly in this case the 99 other people in the room, are negative, fake pieces of shit, it's hard to maintain 100% level-headed, cool, nirvana, Buddha, love and understanding. But, I always try to hit with love and understanding, and you're going to get a shit ton more love and understanding from me if you give me love and understanding at first. And if you don't have understanding, but you do have love, then be curious. Yeah, so, anyway, Chris's Corner.